I was raised in southern Arizona, but as a young teen I ran away from home and found my way even deeper south, towards Mexico. Young and with no money, I found myself living on the streets and prostituting my body for food. Eventually, I started using any drug available, my favorite being heroin. For a few years, I'd gotten used to the lifestyle and even made a few friends. One of my friends, Alejandro, was probably the only person I had met while on the streets who wouldn't take advantage of me. He seemed like he was raised in one of those God-fearing families. His morals, though limited, were there between the hits of whatever drug we got our hands on that day. We soon became best friends. When the two of us ran out of money for food and drugs, we liked to spend our time under the shelter in the church at a little mission out in the desert. On summer nights, instead of going inside, we sat against the wall and watched the orange sunset fall behind the mountains. It was on one of these evenings that we met the man dressed in black. He approached us quietly and actually startled me a bit when he turned around the corner of the mission wall. As he reached us, I noticed how strangely the man walked. It wasn't quite a limp, but it wasn't quite a normal walk either. To this day, I couldn't explain it, except that maybe he wasn't quite human. Anyway, I had donned him the name, the man dressed in black, because of his clothing. Despite the walk, the man looked like a rich man. His jet black hair was slicked back nicely. He wore a dark black suit and tie. His eyes, that looked Alejandro and me over, were even black. Black as it gets on a moonless night. As soon as he reached us, a chill went down my spine. I knew this man was up to no good when I looked at Alejandro, I could tell he did too. In fact, Alejandro had a look of fear on his face. I was confused. The man dressed in black wasn't that scary. At least not that scary. "You're hungry," the man said before even saying any sort of greeting. In his hands was money, which he handed to me. Quickly I reached for it and stuffed the bills in my pocket. Alejandro, though, didn't reach for anything. He kept his eyes on the man's legs. "Don't take anything," Alejandro whispered to me in a warning tone. I ignored him and continued to grab the money, even though I could feel a strange chill going down my spine once again. "Don't take his money!" Alejandro said once again, but louder. I turned to him angrily that he was embarrassing such a generous man. "Shut up!" I told him, and when I turned back to the man, he was gone. I got up to see where he had gone, but when I looked around the wall, there had been nothing except for strange, inhuman footprints in the dirt where he was, and I could feel true fear creep over me. "Didn't you see his feet?" Alejandro asked me as we left the mission. "Of course you didn't. You were too busy looking at his hands. What he had for you in his hands. You didn't even try to look at his feet. That man was the devil." I didn't answer him, still shaken up from my experience with the man dressed in black. I just stood there, looking at the man's footprints, and sure enough, they had looked as if though something with a chicken foot and a hoof had been there. The man dressed in black, by Anonymous. Hello, my beautiful nightmare seekers. This is a little after credits from Sirrmo. As you may have noticed, I actually missed the recording update, which is why I'm uploading today instead of yesterday. I would like to apologize for that. I shouldn't have let it happen that I got so off my own schedule that I couldn't even follow it. From now on, the uploads are still going to be normalized. I'm also going to upload a story tomorrow, and I'm still going to upload a story. I'm also going to upload a story on Sunday, just as an extra apology. And as a little extra, from now on, I will be doing something some people might find funny. From now on, after the credits and everything, I'm going to do one of the comments in my demon voice, just for shits and giggles, because you guys, I don't know if you like that or not. If I don't get any comments, I won't do it. If I do, well, I'll just choose the one that sounds best. So see it as a little weekly competition, and yes, I will shout out to the account who actually has the best comment. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow and the day after that, and after that I'll see you next week. Sirrmo be out, so good night, sleep tight, don't let the monsters bite. And as always, enjoy the madness.